everybody. Bob Pickett. I know you recognize the lady right next to me. This is Sheryl Crow. Welcome.
Thank you, Bob.
And we're excited because finally you're coming over to the country. I say finally because you've lived in Nashville, what, for about 8 years now?
I'm going on 8 years, yeah.
And when is the album coming out?
The album comes out in September. The song's out now, and then the album comes out in September. And I could not be happier. It's just, it feels like a really great fit. And I was very reticent in the beginning because I'm a fan of country myself, and I've listened to it for years and years, and my family and all my friends from New York all the way to California. And it's such hallowed ground to me. It's such a sacred format. And I just wanted to make sure that it was authentic, you know. And what I wound up doing was making a Sheryl Crow record that is kind of more committed to the genre than in the past, and it just has been working great.
We've always tried to get you to come over and do country music for a long, long time.
Well, you know, it's interesting. When A&M got absorbed by Interscope, I really tried to get them to just cross me over because it was much more. It was much better fit. But Interscope didn't have a country division, and they just had no clue. They had so many artists dumped on them that they had no idea what to do anyway. So there were quite a few years in there where nobody paid any attention to me. And now I've signed at Warner Nashville, and it's just been so much fun. I feel like a kid again.
Yeah, it is fun, isn't it?
It is. It's a blast.
Now, there's a Brad Paisley connection you may not know, right?
Yeah, there is.
Well, tell me about that.
Well, aside from our kids, he's got two little boys named Huck and Jasper.
Right.
And I've said this numerous times. I've got two little boys named Wyatt and Levi. And with those four names, if they don't have like a kick-ass country band by the time they're in their teens, then we failed as parents. But I did the Loretta Lynn tribute. She wrote me a note and asked me if I would sing Coal Miner's Daughter with her, and then she invited Miranda as well, and the three of us performed it together, which was just such a blast and an honor. And Brad was there when we performed it. I think it was either the CMAs or the CMTs, and he came to me and said, "Okay, when are you gonna come home?" And I said, and he said, "When are you gonna make a country record?" And I told him my predicament. I said, I would do that, but I've seen sort of pop artists try to make that transition. And for me, I want it to be really respectful to the format because I feel like it is where I belong. And the fan base is so loyal, you know. And so he was very kind of instrumental in getting me started and overseeing my project. In fact, I signed with his company. So.
Oh, wow. I never knew that connection.
Yeah, I signed with Seagale as production, kind of a production team, publishing kind of situation, and then we signed with Warner. Wow.
Now, we can't wait. Again, the album's going to be out by September. The new song is called Easy. Mm-hmm. One thing we love about country music is it's songs about real life, and really all your other albums have been songs about real life, so it's a natural transition for you.
That's what one of the things that Brad said is you already do what we do, and you've always done that. It's just the one thing about country is that the lyrics are so succinct. They're so much about a story. The imagery is plain and clear. It's about real people and get to the point. And so I wrote with some songwriters in Nashville, which was really a great learning experience. You know, I've been writing songs my whole life, and to dig in and put ego aside and also put intimidation aside, because they're amazing songwriters in Nashville, and to put on my learning cap was really great at this stage in my career to kind of almost learn a new way of approaching songwriting.
Now, how does it approach when it comes in terms of audience? How is the country audience different than the pop rock audience?
I think that my audience was predominantly that audience anyway. Mm-hmm. You know, I have a lot of beer drinking, hardworking, church going fans, and that makes up, I think, the biggest population of the country world as well. Our songs are songs, and they have guitar solos, and that's what happens at country radio. You don't really hear that at other formats. You don't hear jangly guitar music and songs about people, and so we were kind of already doing that. So I think our crossover is, I think there is kind of a wide swath of people that are country fans already.
Now, any special guests on the album?
Zach Brown
sang
with me on a song called Homesick, and then Vince Gill sang some backup for me.
Well, you got to have Vince.
Got to have Vince. I've just asked Ashley Monroe, who I'm a huge fan of.
Yes.
I don't know if you have her album yet, but I tell people all the time, make sure and get it, because it's a great record. She's getting ready to sing on a song of mine. And
good.
So, yeah.
So we can't wait till the album. You're going to look for it. Sheryl Crow, the album's going to be out in September.